Okay, guys, welcome to our channel as we do a quick review of this exam. Sorry for being late, but I'm here now. Right? Okay, guys. So, you know the drill already. Let's go in the chat, see what's up. Let me know your answers. All right. So the first one says the ability of an organism to detect and respond to changes in its environment, referred to as. All right. And that one, of course, I'm looking out for your answers, guys. That one would be irritability. All right. This paper was a bit was the best of prints, but we understand. All right. Next one says an example of simple diffusion is, and for that one, we will say it is the movement of oxygen from the alveoli to the capillaries. So that one, we'll have C for that one, right? Question 3 refers to the following fresh water food chain, right? And the question says the organism labeled I is, and I is this little guy right here. So this will be a secondary consumer since primary, this is a producer, then primary, secondary, right? Question 4, which of the following cell structure traps energy from sunlight to help production of simple sugar? And for that one, we would have the chloroplast. Right, for question 5, the structure labeled X, and X here refers to your rough endoplasmic reticulum. Right, so your rough endoplasmic reticulum. So that would be, and of course, rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes on them. So that one would be B. Which of the following vitamins is involved? Six looks like, I would say skin, probably skin. So if it's skin, I'm not sure if it's skin, but I've seen a question like that already. So if it's skin, we want to say that's vitamin D. All right. Question 7. To which of the following food group does oats belong? And we know that oats is a staple. Right? So oats would be B. All right, guys, if you're here, just let me know what you did in the exam, right? Let's put some answers in the chat, all right? Next one says, the process by which undigested food is eliminated from the body is referred to as digestion, all right? 9, kwashiorkor is a deficiency disease caused by lack of protein, all right? Item 10 refers to the following diagram which shows structure of a typical tooth. Alright, and structure of a typical tooth here. And then it said which of the labeled parts supplies the tooth with nutrients. And we know that part is the pulp cavity. And the pulp cavity, we have the enamel at A, dentine at B, and the pulp cavity at C. So that one will be C. Next, 11 says, which of the following graph best represents the effects of pH on the activity of enzyme salivary amylase in the digestive process? Of course, Let's zoom that one out. The best one here would be C, and the amylase is best pH at 7 to 8. Works at optimum, so we work with C for question 11. All right. Question 12. In digestion, the role of the teeth is to grind food and increase its surface area. All right. Item 13 refers to the following diagram, which shows a part of the human digestive tract. And it says which of the label structure above is primarily responsible for digestion of protein. Protein is digested by the enzyme pepsin, and pepsin is found in the stomach, and stomach is C. So the 13 there will be C. 14, which of the following is not fat soluble, right? Not, and vitamin C, right, is actually water soluble, right? 15, talk about high sodium hydroxide copper sulfate, raw egg. Let's put in a tube there. Sodium hydroxide is placed to test it. It says step 3 indicates the presence of, we know that it's purple color, and purple color, sodium hydroxide is used to test for protein. Purple color is a positive test. So that one would be C. For 16, which I following represents the equation of anaerobic respiration. And of course, that is respiration without oxygen. So that one would be A. 17, which of the following structures is not a part of the respiratory system? And of course, we know that that one is the oesophagus, because the rest of them plays a vital role in the respiratory system, right? 18 refers to the following drawing of the model to demonstrate breathing in humans, which of the labeled part represents a diaphragm, and the diaphragm here would be D, right? Item 19 refers to the following incomplete table, which shows blood vessels and organs, the supply. So 19 refers to the following incomplete table, which shows blood vessels and organs. Something is missing there. All right, so one, the lung, the lung. So we said pulmonary artery that goes with the lung. Hepatic is the kidney. Mesenteric is the intestine. And of course, renal goes to the kidney. So we're going to work with C for 90. 20, which of the following is the correct sequence of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation? So first, you got to tilt the head backwards, then pinch the nostrils, place your mouth over the person's mouth and blow gently, and then remove your mouth. That would be C20. All right, 21, blood pressure is highest, and it's highest in where the most blood flow occurs, and the most blood flow occurs in your arteries, right? Next one says, which of the following vitamin assists the process of blood clotting? And blood clotting is vitamin A. Nice and easy. All right. 23, which of the following is not transported in plasma? All right. And for 23, I would say 23, urea is transported in plasma. Urea is when the plasma acts as a transport, right, to take the urea to the kidney, right? And then it's turned into urine, right? So it does transport, plasma is known to transport urea, digested food, and hormones. So we would say that 23C is B, sorry. B, because plasma is known to transport, urea is known to transport digested which the liver blood cell is known to do hormones. So the best answer there would be C, carbon dioxide from all cell to lungs. That I don't know if it's doing that one. All right. 24, the double pumping of the heart allows blood rich in oxygen to be taken to the body. It's during the second pump. That is B. 25, the pair of bones that rotate the most while manually sharpening a pencil. And that's the bones in the hand, which is the radius and the ulna. 26, muscles move opposite to each other. Right, so it's a muscle group that oppose each other. It's antagonistic muscles. So that's C. 27, the function of the marrow in long bones is to, it doesn't matter whether it's long or short, it's to make red blood cells, right? Good. 28, bones acts as levers, while cartilage assists with, and we say those reduce friction at the joints. All right. 20, 30, 29, sorry. A small volume of urine will most likely produce after. So when you're in a cold room, you tend to produce more urine. Eating diet low salt, eating a diet low in salt. Mm. High water intake. I'll say, I'll say A for this one after excessive exercise. Yes. 30. Reference to the following diagram of the skin, which label part represents sweat pores. Sweat pore would be right here, B. All right, 30, 31. Which of the following responses occur in the body when a marathon runner consumes too little water? So too little water, that means the body is going to require more water, right? So it's going to ADH, antidiuretic hormone, will be secreted and then it will increase the reabsorption of water. So we have B. 32, which are the following hormone is responsible for causing the liver to convert excess sugar to glycogen. And of course, excess sugar to glycogen is insulin. 33, which of the following statement is true about the endocrine is not true about the endocrine nervous system. And we see here they both have the same response time for transmitting and receiving information. 34, which of the following actions occur to bring about accommodation? So we look for any antagonistic action. So we see A says tightening of the suspensory ligaments through relaxation. So tightening and then relaxation is both different actions, so we don't have to go any further. So that answer is A. Identify this. This is the cell body here. So once the cell body is up here, you know that this is a sensory neuron. Right? 36. Which of the following statement about astigmatism is correct? I know astigmatism is the when the cornea is uneven. So D is the best answer for that one there. 37. The eye shows a diagram of the eye. The part labeled X is so X right here refers to the iris. All right. All right. During which part of her cycle is she most likely to become pregnant? And of course, that is the implantation around the ovulation time. And normally a woman start to ovulate 14 days. So I would say that anywhere between period 2B. Fertilization occurs in the oviduct when sperm fuses with the ovum. So that's D. 40. Sexual reproduction is defined as And that's the fusion of gametes, right? Coming together. Then it says, which of the following method of birth control is the least effective? And we know that natural is the least effective one there. 42, during asexual reproduction, an organism produce new organisms that are identical to the parent by the processor. So identical, we go in mitosis. In which of the following structure is the allele for eye color located? Allele is always in the chromosome. 44, which of the following statement about meiosis is true? I would say meiosis as haploid cell, which is the same as for daughter cells. That's B. Nice. Says refers 45 refers to the illustration of genetic engineering that is used to produce useful protein. Plants produce tiny amounts of useful protein. DNA is extracted to place da da da. So I say, what is a possible disadvantage, right, of producing useful protein this way? So one, it's inexpensive. That's an advantage. Large amount of protein can be made. That's an advantage. Production of protein is very rapid. That's good. So that leaves D, which is disadvantage. Use of bacteria in this process can be hazardous to health. All right, 46. Which of the following is an example of nutritional deficiency and lack the rickets? Vitamin D, yeah. Natural passive immunity, and so one where the lady was giving feeding to her baby, breastfeeding her baby. So that one would be D. Yes, let's look at that. D. Yes. So 47, right, should be D. So antibodies being passed. Put it to a child. So antibodies being passed to a mother via a child. So to a mother, passed to a child via the placenta. Antibodies being passed to the mother. So C, sorry, C. Yes, so pass to the child. All right, that would be C. All right, let's have to double check that. One, so C. 48, antibodies are chemicals which can safely be taken into the body. Right? They do not harm human cells, but they destroy bacteria. 49. Infected person displays signs and symptoms. Which of the following signs and symptoms are correctly classified? So sign is something you can see, sign is something you can see, symptom is something you can't really see. So you can see the shivering, can't really see sore throat. 50 refers to the following diagram showing the life cycle of the housefly. Which stage is prevented by keeping the whole soul refuse property closed, covered. Say prevent the fly from laying egg. So B. Right? 51, which of the following cannot be prevented by a healthy lifestyle? And of course, no amount of living can stop or prevent sickle cell, right? That's hereditary. SEMA, as I say, good old SEMA have constriction and bronchial tube. She have asthma, nice and easy. Which of the following diseases not transmitted by Aedes aegypti? That is malaria, that is Anopheles. So malaria is by Anopheles mosquito. So that one would be B. 54, which of the following gases contribute most to greenhouse effect? Of course, that is A. Compaction is done at landfill in order to tighten things, to get rid of the space. C. Chlorine bleach can be added to drinking water too. And we know that is to destroy microorganisms, right? 57, which of the following are effects of releasing untreated sewage into rivers and lakes? So we said that kill the fishes, yes. Increase bacteria, yes. And those same bacteria start to breathe in the oxygen. So D is correct. All right, 58. In a large scale water purification, Formation of acid which destroy organism is achieved by the process of chlorination. So then we see the water of we see a diagram of the water cycle. Says which of the following label indicate evaporation. So we know evaporation is going up into the atmosphere. So that's 3. And then which of the following substance is biodegradable that can rot, and that's wood. All right. So we come to the end of the paper with the standard paper. Hope you guys enjoy this quick and precise review. And let me know in the comments what you got correct. And for those what you got correct and how well you did in the exam. And if you have any query in my answer, I will address them in the comments when I get the time. Bless, guys. Thank you for joining in. Happy studying. I hope you got that one. All right. Ciao, guys.